What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem. Today we have Chapter 15, Noble Lady of Caelin. Gee, I wonder who that's referring to. The question is, how does this tale lead us towards Lyn? Proof? I guess proof is a good thing to have. So, okay, I guess, considering this chapter is called The Noble Lady of Caelin, or rather, Noble Lady of Caelin, that likely means that the chase leads us to Caelin. Away. I guess it might kind of look like they just attacked the castle. I guess that would look kind of bad without context. Burn, huh? Those are not warmongers, but they're like the military country. Well, that wouldn't be very nice, would it? It seems kind of odd that they would choose, like, even if Asya is the biggest country in the Lycian League, it seems kind of odd that they would choose the newest Marquess to lead the entire league. Like, you would think they would go with someone with a little bit more experience, even if they're not the Marquess of the biggest country. But why would responding to an internal conflict be a sign of weakness? I guess it would show cracks in Lycia's unity or something. Poor Hector. Although, he kind of strikes me as someone who's more at home on the battlefield than in court anyways. Well, I guess we found out where Darren went. Oh no! Go there? There may still be time. That's a lot of dudes. And a random thief. Well, there's all our old friends, or at least some of them. All the ones who stayed in Caelin, I guess. 50 soldiers? That honestly doesn't seem like all that much. Like, I honestly have a little bit of a hard time believing you could take a castle with 50 soldiers. I guess if they're not prepared to defend it. Like, I know that our own force is made up of, like, usually no more than, like, a dozen characters, but at the same time, usually when you're talking about, like, armies and warfare and stuff, you're talking at least in hundreds, are you not? I don't know. I guess we better go back then! Reinforcements from where? Because he's a cold-hearted bastard. Because he really is a cold-hearted bastard. See, the thing is, the bad guys are kind of between you and Laos. Being able to ignore terrain does have its advantages. Why is it not possible? Terribly dangerous. Well, isn't Florina developing into a fine warrior? Goodbye. And off she goes. Isn't there supposed to be... Like, I imagine there's some kind of ceremony to actually declare that she's become full-fledged. Like, I imagine you can't just become a full-fledged Pegasus Knight just through ability alone. It's like, oh, I'm strong, I guess I'm full-fledged now. So who's this? Commander Bowker. Bouquet. However you pronounce it. To warn people, maybe, you think? Oh no, not archers. It's a good thing none of those archers were actually anywhere near Florina. Well, that's convenient. To shoot you in the face? You can tell I'm yelling because my mouth is open. Ah! Well, I guess she's dead. Or I guess she's not dead. Honestly, falling out of the sky, no matter whether you were hit by an arrow or not, is probably just as bad. She's what? Well, that's unfortunate. If she's still breathing, then make her stop. So who are these guys that we're even fighting? If these aren't soldiers from Laos, then who are they supposed to be? Well, whatever. Let's take a look at our equipment. No, let's strip Lowen of his lance. Stash these swords. Let's give this steel axe to Hector. That should serve as a good alternative to his Wolfbeal. Actually, it's a little bit stronger than the Wolfbeal even. If the iron axe is not sufficient, that should serve as a good alternative. Let's take an iron lance out for Oswin so he doesn't have to keep using the steel lance. No, not take. Stash my killing edge. I might as well keep a heal staff on Sarah. I'm going to continue to use her even though she's at max level, because it just makes sense to have a healer around, but I'm going to focus on using Priscilla for my heals just because she can actually get experience. Like, it makes more sense to use a heal and make sure someone dies than to be like, you know what? I really don't want to waste that 10 experience, so I better not heal that character. That just doesn't make any sense at all. Might as well stash this torch too. I'm still kind of undecided on... Well, I know who I'm going to use the secret book and the goddess icon now. It's a character that we don't have yet. As for the dragon shield and the energy ring, I'm not quite decided yet. We'll just have to see how things go. So pick our units. Let's not use Guy, let's use Priscilla, and I might as well keep all the other characters around. Well, I guess it's mostly just Bartrey and Dorcas, and Marcus and Lowen. just as meat shields. So arrange our formation. Try and keep the characters I'm not using in the back a little bit. And the mounted characters also a little further towards the back. Something like that seems fine. So I guess while we're here, we might as well take a look at the map. So one of the things that I like to make a habit of doing around this point in the game is to just kind of look at all the enemies and just kind of scroll through them all, looking at their inventory to see if there's anything interesting to steal, or that they drop. For instance, I now know this guy drops a Horse Slayer, which is a lance that is effective against cavalry. And I know there's a thief here, which is kind of weird, because usually when a thief is around it's because there's a chest and they're gonna like race you to it. But there's no chest in this mission. However, this thief has a lockpick. So I'm probably going to try and steal that from him, just so I don't have to worry about replacing my own lockpick later on. Anything other than that? I don't think there's really anything else of note. This guy drops a Thunder Tome. Yeah, that's everyone. Although we know the boss has a javelin now. So, yeah. Let's get this party started. Merlinus levels up because he survived the last battle. So, the biggest thing that sets this mission apart from the others is the fact that over here we have our main force. But down here in the bottom corner we have Lyn and crew. That's not going to be a big deal though. Now the first thing I want to do here is I want Florina to pay a visit to Merlinus here. I didn't have a chance to play around with Florina's equipment before the mission, so I want to grab an Iron Lance now. It's just a little bit more... It's a little stronger than, I think, both the Slim Lance and the Javelin. Yeah. And it's just a little bit more like the Slim Lance and the Javelin are both kind of like situational weapons, whereas the Iron Lance is more universally useful, I guess. So, the thing to keep in mind about this mission is reinforcements. The reason I point that out is because one of the big things that happens here is there's a fairly large number of reinforcements that are going to come from around here. So we want to kind of split our force up into two. We want these folks on the front line dealing with all these guys and kind of pushing our way through the forest. But we want a bunch of guys up here holding the fort back at home, just kind of dealing with the reinforcements as well. So, dealing on the back here, we're going to have Rebecca and Florina, basically. And Syrah is going to be in charge of keeping them healed. On the front line, it's Eliwood, Hector, Oswin, and Priscilla will be in charge of keeping them healed. And Matthew's going to be up there too. I'm not sure how much killing he's going to do. I primarily just want him to steal this thief's lockpick, which isn't a big deal, but it's something I want to aim for. Like, lockpicks aren't especially hard to come across, but if I manage to steal it, then it saves a little bit of money. That's just not something I have to worry about for a little bit longer. Make sure Saint has his steel lance equipped, because, well, these guys use swords. I don't know. This guy has a Horse Slayer, but I don't know why. He can't use spears. That's kind of weird. So, Lyn, I believe I'm just going to send to the armory. Buy her an iron sword. As I mentioned at the end of Lyn's mode, her equipment, her inventory doesn't carry over from then. So we have a brand new Monicati. But the thing is, there's no way to get another Monicati after this. So, how should I do this? So, I want to make sure the one that I have now lasts a little bit longer. I don't want to be reckless with it. Because, like I said, I don't have a way to get another one after this. So I want to save it for situations where I really need it. So I am getting Lynn some new weapons to use that aren't the Monikati. Now, I don't really want to use Lynn all that much in general, just because she's already level 16. I believe she's level 16, I'm pretty sure that's what she's at. And she's kind of in the same boat as Eliwood, in that I'm not going to be able to promote her for quite a while. So if I were to continue using her a lot, I'd kind of be... the situation I would be in would be like... either she's sitting at level 20 not doing anything, or anything that she is doing is just wasting experience. Or she is... well, yeah, either of those things. That's the situation where if I were to get her up to level 20 at this point. So, I don't want to do that. I don't want to overuse her. And it's even worse than Eliwood, because, I mean, he's only level 10, and that's not that bad at all. Like, that's not especially high. Although, Eliwood probably does have to wait a little bit longer than Lynn to promote. No strength, but a pretty good level up. Just about everything else. So, the first reinforcements we're going to get is, next turn we're going to have a fighter, not a fighter, a brigand, that's what they're called, appear on this mountain here. So what I want to do is send Florina up here. Does this Lance... it does have a little bit higher hit chance. I think I'll stick with the Iron Lance, though. And sit Florina right there. Surround Merlinus a little bit more. And I want Matthew to... oh, looks like a good spot for him. I want to be a little bit careful about charging out too far with Matthew. He's pretty beefy, but if everyone is going to start attacking him, then he is going to be... it's a little bit more trouble than I want for him, basically. Should be able to kill this guy. Can the Steel Axe do it? Not quite. Let's go with the Wolf Bill then. Critical hit. Oh, no big. I only did 84 damage with that attack. 28 times 3. So, move forward a little bit more. What's the movement range on some of these guys? I guess I should just visit this village. No one's in immediate need of healing. So, what do you got for me? We get a red gem, which is an item that we can just sell for monies. Did Sane and Lynn go? Lynn went, but Sane did not. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll stick with the Steel Spear then. Steel Lance, rather. Because if the Myrmidon goes for Sane, the Steel Lance will be able to kill him in a single shot. If I actually hit. I would like to get Sane up in levels fairly quickly at this point, but unfortunately, the position that he starts in, there isn't a huge number of characters that he can access. So these guys, let's have Will visit this armory. I want to buy a couple bows. No, one iron bow's fine. I want a steel bow to give to Rebecca. Obviously I can't do that quite yet, but I want to... her strength tends to lag behind a little bit. And she's got plenty of speed in general, so giving her a little bit stronger weapon is a good way to kind of counteract that a little bit. And buy a couple heal staffs, because even though we don't need them right now, chances are good we will need them eventually. Just checking if Rebecca took any damage from that guy with the javelin. No damage to Sane. And not much experience either. That's unfortunate. Wow. That's actually a pretty sizable hit. But that's okay. Matthew can just kill him. Barely. I'm glad that Matthew's at least staying useful. I shouldn't be too hard-pressed to get him to level 20. What's he at now, like 15? Going on 16? Something like that. That's the maid. Oh wow, he's almost level 18. I'm behind the times. So what I'm doing with this thief here is he's kind of coming down to the village, but if he can't get to the village, he will do one of two things. He'll either try and attack someone like a normal enemy, or if no one is in range, he will go up to the top of the map here and try and leave. And obviously, like it's not like he's looting a treasure chest or something, so it's not a big deal if he leaves, but it's not something that I want him to do. So I'm trying to kind of lure him down towards the bottom a little bit so that he has farther to go, and Matthew has time to catch him. So what I think I will do... How should I do this? Kill this guy with Oswind just to get him out of Matthew's way. Lots of experience from that. Okay. I was kind of wishing Priscilla would actually be able to reach Matthew, but I guess not. Let's move Sane. Let's move him a little bit more than that, actually. Move Lynn. Let's actually move Lynn this way. At some point we're going to have some reinforcements, or a reinforcement coming out of that corner, so I might as well have her deal with it. I hope Matthew, he does not have a vulnerary. Well, let's give him Ellie Woods. He needs it more than I do at this point. So... I guess just move Matthew there? In truth, I'm not sure at this point if he will go for attacking character over taking this village, so I don't want to take that chance. Although, honestly, I'm putting way too much thought into this. Like, it's just a lockpick. It's not a big deal. And I'm just going to leave Florina there. Reason being, we have another bandit that's going to come out next turn, and if Florina moves here and she doesn't kill the bandit, which is a pretty good chance because this peak has a 40% extra avoidance chance, which is pretty high. So there's a very good chance that she's just going to miss. But anyways, if leaving Florina there forces the bandit to move off of this spot, and that's important because if this bandit is still sitting here at the end of the turn, the next bandit won't spawn. That might be desirable if you are, like, less enemies to kill seems like a good thing, but at the same time, I always try to get as much experience as possible, so I want all the reinforcements to be coming out. And that seems to be about it for this turn. I have to be a little bit wary about these bandits because I can't quite survive 3 attacks. So, for instance, if he hit me, and then I were to attack him, I might have mismanaged this, because now, if Sane goes there, the thief is just going to attack him. Well, I need to visit this place, so I might as well do that. I probably should have done this last turn, actually. I guess I didn't think it through quite well enough. I mean, I guess it's just a heavy spear, but still. Oh well. Well, what was I saying? So yeah, if Florina had been hit there, the risk I would be taking is that if I attack him and he hits me again, that would have brought me down to 7 HP, and then if he hit me again on his turn, that would have killed me. Hopefully that makes sense. Not gonna do... Should I do that? Maybe I will. I mean, Rebecca's here. I might as well use her. And surprisingly, she hit both attacks. Although that does mean that Rebecca is... like, he's going to come and attack Rebecca next turn. Don't think that's a big deal, though. So he's going to do 9 damage, and she can take it. I'm pretty sure no one else can attack her from there, so... yeah. The Iron Sword. I can't double attack this guy. How about this one? I can double attack him. So let's do that. Come to think of it, I might not have had to use the rapier there. Oh well. And Hector, you are up. Can I kill you with the steel axe? No, more Wolfbeal. Bam! Dead Cavalier. Okay, move Oswin up a bit. Might as well heal Matthew. No one is in the immediate vicinity to threaten Priscilla, which is always a bit of a danger. She's a very, very squishy unit at this point. Guess I might as well move Matthew up. And... you know what? Maybe I can still do this. 8 attack. Yeah, let's move Will up here. So hopefully doing that will mean that the thief will target Will instead of Sane. Well, he didn't have much chance of hitting Rebecca. Oh right, that's the mercenary. I thought that was the thief for some reason. And another one bites the dust. He's getting a lot of experience for some reason. I guess defense is a good stat to have. 8 defense is actually pretty good for a thief. You can't hurt Hector. I can kill you, though. Actually, a little surprised that that hit. What is he, level 9? Not a bad level up. It could have been worse. You can't hurt Hector either. Ah, but that one he missed. Oh well, these things happen. Everyone's going after Hector. I don't know why everyone's going after Hector. He's not able to deal damage to any of them. Okay, so the thief stole my vulnerary, but that's okay. I can't reach him! Curses. Well, let's move up there. Move Sane over this way. Did I... What happened with the guys up here? Did I kill one of them? I think I did. I honestly, like, I don't even remember anymore. Too many things to keep track of, but oh well. So that is kill for Rebecca. What turn are we on? 5. So a few more turns until we get the... There's some cavalries that are... Or cavaliers that are going to spawn over here. And we could probably finish the battle before they even pop out. But, like I said before, we want to kill as many enemies as possible. So, just to maximize experience, I'm going to make a point of waiting until the cavaliers pop out so I can kill them and get said experience. Might as well kill this guy. Down he goes. And I had exactly enough durability left on that iron sword to take him out. Does anyone need healing? Can I reach Hector? I mean, I might as well heal him, I guess. Experience! I'm not, like, super concerned about Priscilla's level, but experience is better than no experience, and she could definitely use a little bit of a level boost. So now what I want to do is, because the... wait. I'm not 100% certain that the bandits are done coming out of the mountaintops here. I'm fairly certain, but I'm not positive. So, belay that order. I guess Matthew's just gonna stay put for now. Just about out of enemies up here. Can you kill him? No, no double attack. Oh well. Wow, he's only doing 2 damage? Oh, because I'm on the forest. Some reinforcements. Please tell me Matthew can reach him now. No, okay. Follow Will. Kill this guy. Wow, 15 damage with an iron sword? That's impressive. How much strength does someone have? Like, because iron sword is like 6 might, and that guy probably had like 4 or 5 defense. So that's 5, 13 strength. So I guess he only had 3 defense. That is kind of low. This whole ploy of drawing this thief out with Matthew, or Will, it amuses me. So what I want to do now is I'm kind of forming a line here. I'm swinging out my meat shields because there's nowhere brigands rather coming from these mountains here. So the cavaliers are coming from here instead. So I want to prevent them from getting to Merlinus or my squishies. So between these 4 fellows and this mountain range here, the bad guy shouldn't be going anywhere. Just might as well kill this guy. Assuming this hits, which it did. I really need to get Eliwood another iron sword. Or he could just get a little bit more speed. Or he could have a terrible level up. I mean, not that resistance is a bad thing to have, but... How about the Iron Axe? It's a little more likely to hit. I mean, I might as well go with this. It's not a super ideal attack, but at the same time, when you're taking 0 damage in Retribution, like, it's a no-risk action. Nothing bad is possibly going to come for it, so you might as well take a chance and do a little bit of damage. Let's see, level 12 now? Speed? Knights don't get speed. Heal Eliwood. And move Kent out of the way. Let's continue moving Saint up here, I guess. Come at me, bro. I wonder why he chose Oswin. I mean, assuming he can actually reach Hector. It's like, if both of the enemies that you're going to attack are going to take 0 damage, I wonder how the AI chooses between them. Oh, you can't even hit him. Will looks kind of silly. I'm glad I'm not using him. Because he looks silly. That's why I'm glad I'm not using the character. His stats don't mean anything. I'm sorry, Matthew, that was mean. So, I guess I could steal back my vulnerary, but I don't really care about that. Just grab his lockpicks. Oh, you got experience for stealing. That's cool. And now, this poor fellow's life is finally at an end. All that for few lockpicks. What has the world come to? Thieves are worth a lot of experience. And, I guess I might as well get these guys over here. Kind of move them towards the rest of the group. I mean, now that the brigand that spawns down here is being dealt with, there isn't any real reason to do anything with them anymore. A couple more turns yet before the cavaliers start showing up. Might as well kill this fellow. Somehow Hector's still a little bit behind on level, despite the fact that he just annihilates everything in existence. I'm really making good time pushing through the forest here. A few guys left. Might as well move Ellwood up a little bit. And might as well move Priscilla through... Oh, there are no trees left. You've always got to be kind of careful when you're planning like how far your characters are apart when you're in a forest, just because they can restrict your movement a little bit. So... How much defense does Hector have? 12, and Oswin has 14? Which makes me even more confused why they would go for Oswin over Hector. I mean, I guess Oswin probably has less of Void. Significantly less of Void. Might as well take out these last few guys. Ba-ba-bum. Have Lynn move towards the front line, and I don't care what Kenton will do anymore, so they can just chill there. I guess Rebecca... She's fine where she is. Do your worst, Archer Man. You only have a 52% chance of hitting Oswin, and he only has 18 avoid, and he has no terrain bonuses. What is wrong with you people? Okay, I could move Priscilla in and just heal Oswin up, but I want to make sure I can take out these guys first. I'm quite certain that I can, but I might as well not risk it. Wow. I can one-shot this guy with the Iron Axe. That's impressive. And lots of experience, but I guess Hector... Well, he's level 10, so he's finally catching up a little bit. That was a pretty good level up for him. He could definitely use a little bit more speed and a little more skill. I decided that I'm not going to actually use the secret book on Hector. I mean, 10 skill isn't bad. It's probably more... It's around the same as what most of my other guys have, I guess. So, even though Hector uses axes, he actually has a pretty good skill growth rate, even if it doesn't start off very high. So, I've got another character in mind for the secret book that needs it a lot more. Finish that guy off. That's funny, there's no characters left, so the like, I don't know what you would call it, the victory lap music starts playing, even though there will be reinforcements soon. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been in that situation before, where I've killed off everything but the reinforcements. There they are. And back to normal music. Okay, so might as well position these two together while I wait for this crew to finish off these Cavaliers. It's important to be prepared for the Cavaliers because it's only 2 of them, but they spawn for like 3 or 4 turns in a row. So if you're not careful, they can actually overwhelm you pretty quickly. So, Floriana takes care of that guy. How shall I do this? Actually, what would have been super tricky is if when I was buying those bows for when Will bought these bows, if I like loaded up his inventory, so one of the steel bows went back to Merlinus, and then Rebecca could be over here, and she would take the bow from Merlinus. That would have been pretty tricky. So what I think I'm going to do here is actually move these guys up. Because I want Rebecca to get some kills, but... Okay, so this way Rebecca should have no chance of being attacked. So Priscilla... I guess I probably should have done some healing, huh? Just trying to recall what I actually want my supports to be. I have it all written down somewhere, but the way all the characters like interweave their supports with each other can be kind of confusing. I guess it makes sense that Lowen is the weakest link in this lineup here. Although he probably has more defense than like Bartrey and Dorcas. Yeah, he definitely has more defense. I guess his health is lower, but... So, I'm in a little bit of a different situation with how I want to handle healing up here, because it's Syrah doing the healing. So she doesn't care about experience anymore. So, rather than healing every little bit of health, my goal has kind of changed, so that now it's more about healing when I need to heal to kind of maximize the durability of my heal staff. I mean, I guess I don't have to heal here, but Florina's within 2 hits of dying, and I don't want her to be there. I could probably use a little bit of help up here, but everyone's kind of in their positions already. So one other thing you can do in this mission is your lords can converse. I guess Hector and Lynn have never technically met. Something to tell him, huh? And he just leaves. Hector and Lynn have an interesting dynamic. Hello! That's all you've got to say to each other? Okay, sure, whatever. So I guess Lowen is within 2 hits of dying now as well. Typically that's kind of the threshold that I aim to maintain, is can you survive 2 hits or not, because that kind of, I guess it serves 2 purposes. On one hand, you have enemies who might potentially do double attacks against you, which are not common, but they happen. And on the other, 2 hits is the same threshold as if, like, if you attack and they counterattack and then they attack on their turn, that's 2 hits. So even if, I don't know, I guess I don't have to worry about if that's not the situation that I'm going to be going for, but that's still kind of the amount of health that I like to try and maintain. Actually, if there are more Cavalier reinforcements... Okay, so that one guy moved. I guess it makes sense that he would go for Dorcas rather than attacking Marcus. So I'm pretty sure there's one more round of reinforcements yet to come. Yeah, we're getting a little bit behind on our killing of these Cavaliers here. Lots of experience for Rebecca, though. Ah, give me some strength. Can't quite kill that guy. So, can I do this? Can't kill that guy either. Well, that's unfortunate. Is that a better... Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, well, that works. My plan with going with the Slim Lance was that it would give me a little bit more avoidance. So because I wasn't going to kill him, subsequent? Is that the word? I don't think that's the word. No, subsequent is the word. Subsequent attacks would not be as likely to hit her. But Slim Lance also has an increased critical strike chance, so that works as well. Good thing about being in a line is that everyone has exactly one square where they can actually be attacked from, so I don't have to worry about two Cavaliers teaming up on one person. Let's actually get Eliwood and Hector back next to each other. I should have been doing some healing with Priscilla this whole time. Oh well, there will be plenty of time for that later. For now, start doing some damage to these two guys who should be the final two Cavaliers. That actually sounds kind of like epic. It's like, the final two Cavaliers. Wow. Another critical hit. That's impressive. And extremely lucky. I was almost thinking, you know, what if this works again? And I almost completely discounted it because it's like, there's no way. But it worked. That's pretty awesome, actually. Soak those hits, Dorcas. That's all you're good for. And that is it for the Cavaliers. So, down they all go. And now, for real this time, we're left with nobody but the boss. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Priscilla top everyone off to get a little bit of experience and set my guys up to try and get a few more support conversations. So I'm going to spend a bunch of time doing that and see you back here in just a moment. Alright, so that's all dealt with, so let's see what these conversations are all about. Here's the A support between Sarah and Oswin. Well, you're not the most likable person ever. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's kind of mean to say. She's an interesting character, but I can see why other people would dislike her. And you gotta cry about it? Oh, Sarah. You're the last person I would expect to be so insecure. But I guess that kind of makes sense. Yay, I guess. Well, she's certainly taken a turn, like her mood has. Alright then. So that is an A. So they're both done with all of their supports. So Sane and Priscilla can have a little chat. Sorrow? I don't see any sorrow. Caelin? Caerleon? That's an interesting name. That sane? Princess Priscilla, huh? He's... I don't want to say he's a one-dimensional character, but... Wait. Florina and Lynn don't have a support yet? I thought they did. This is just a conversation, not a support conversation. Maybe that's why they can't? No, they can. I guess it was just because the talk command was in the way. It's a good point. Although a Falcon Knight would be more, or a Pegasus Knight rather, would be more capable of spotting the archers than anyone else. It's a good point. Remember? No buts. So I believe that's a C between them. So, C between Eliwood and Lynn. Well, better than a lot of other skills would be. Yes, they've mentioned that before. They would make better sparring partners, honestly, just because they both use swords. And finally, an A-level support between Hector and Eliwood. What if they're attacked by other members of the Lycian League? Not a very good place for Hector. That seems like Eric, but he's dead now. Cut his hand, huh? I guess it's supposed to be like a blood oath. Well, that's nice. Well, they're all buddy-buddy, so I guess now it's time to go and win the battle. Let's lead with Hector. He's still a little behind on levels. So, well, I guess Rebecca isn't behind. It's these three in general are the ones that I'm most concerned about leveling up at this point, though. I feel like Hector should be able to take this guy out in a single shot. Well, a single engagement, anyways. But maybe I should just hold on to the Wolfbeal for now. So, he does have a javelin. So how much damage is he actually going to do to me? 6? So, I mean, I guess if I wanted, I could probably boss abuse him for a while. I could probably get as much experience as I wanted for Rebecca, but I'm not really interested in that. Let's go with the Iron Axe. It's going to do more damage than the Steel Axe because I can double attack with it. And I don't have to waste any durability on my Wolfbeal, and I get a little bit more experience because I hit him twice. Yeah, he has support with Oswin as well? Yeah. Leave it at that for now. Move Eliwood up into range so Hector can get the benefit of that support. Wow. It's fairly helpful, actually. And down goes Balker. However you pronounce that fellow's name. Jeez. Actually, that's a very good level up, but the strength on Hector is ridiculous. Like, he's level 11 and he's already got 15 strength? Holy. It's insanity! How much strength does Oswin have, actually? He's got 14 strength, too. But, I mean, knights, they tend to be that way. So, seize the castle! Come to think of it, if this is Caelin Castle, why does this map look so much different from when we fought Lundgren? That's weird, I don't understand. I guess it could have been at a different castle. Like, I guess Lundgren and Lordhausen might have their own separate castles. So maybe we were assaulting Lundgren's castle last time and this is Lordhausen's? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she kind of already did. Well, no, I guess Hausen is not her father, he's her grandfather. Alright! That's Hector you've met already. Really? What was that supposed to mean? Interesting. It's a good question. He is a bit of a beast. You'll understand. It's all good. Let's go inside. This does not look like inside. So good to see you again. What's up, Florina? That's a strange thing to be saying for a year straight. I'm pretty sure we've already done all the hard parts. You may never be forgiven. Will he, huh? Oh, Ephidel. Killing more old men. Did he actually manage it properly this time? But you're the one who killed them both. I never asked for this. I mean, I guess if no one knows Ephidel he even exists, then I guess it would certainly seem like Darren is the one who killed both of them. Is that not what you design? Pretty sure you made plenty of sacrifices at this point, including your own son. The Master, huh? Why is he so intent on using Darren? He's like he hasn't done anything useful so far. The Dragon's Gate? That sounds foreboding. Hmm. The ceremony, huh? The plot thickens. Layla, huh? I guess he didn't actually kill him this time if he needs someone else to finish him off. Hmm. I guess she's a new recruit. And that is the end of that. So, I guess I will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem. Catch you later.